Hi, I'm Catherine Berlin, and I am a romance writer. I've written a few sweet novels. I also write erotica for Red Sage, and I write paranormal romantic suspense. Romancing the Stones is a paranormal romantic suspense about an archaeologist heroine. She's just come back from a dig in Peru, and she ends up meeting the hero in a very awkward way. And I'll read you a little excerpt of where they meet. Partner Vaden nudged the door inward, then shoved hard with his shoulder. He held his position and motioned Jared inside. Jared entered just ahead of him and crossed the room to check for intruders. A huge black creature streaked out of the shadows near the staircase, rumbled past Vaden, and escaped to the front yard. Vaden blew air out quietly, calming his breathing. Just a dog. He stared at the disarray. A small mountain of papers and books littered the center of the room. The drawers of the file cabinet hung open at varying degrees. The desk nearby had been rummaged to the point of destruction. Jared stepped into Vaden's line of vision and shook his blonde head. No one on the ground floor. Vaden moved toward the stairs. Call it in, I'll check the second floor. As his foot landed on the first step, he heard the sound of running water. A thief who showers in the victim's home, he mused. That was a new one. He'd be surprised if anyone could hear him above the roaring water, but still, as he eased upward, he kept toward the wall edge of the stairs to avoid the telltale squeaks. The bathroom door stood slightly ajar. A sliver of bright light marked the hallway floor. Vaden swallowed. Please let this be a simple robbery, rather than more of Orion's handiwork. He didn't want to find another dismembered body. Ever. Mr. Blair, police officer, are you all right? Vaden pushed open the door and stepped inside with his gun held out shoulder height. Ugly orange and brown tile, floor to ceiling. He could have fit 2 normal-sized bathrooms into this one. Mr. Blair. He moved to the shower, closed his eyes for a second, and whipped back the plastic curtain. An empty bath with the water running full blast. The musky scent of strawberries, soap, and steam. But no sign of an occupant. It didn't make sense until he heard the door close. He made a note to check behind the door next time. Throw the gun into the tub and put your hands up. Vaden scrunched his brows together. A woman? Well, that explained the strawberry scent anyway. He hesitated, then placed his weapon carefully into the shallow end of the tub, switching off the water with his free hand. He wasn't worried. Hell, Jared was right downstairs if he needed him. Given the right distraction, Vaden knew he could take her down, with or without the weapon. He straightened, turned his head, and froze. She was naked, and wet, and pointing a Glock at his chest. And that's how they meet.
So, did a dream inspire this story also?
A dream did inspire it in combination with the fact that when I was in 4th grade, I wanted to either be an archaeologist or a witch or live in the jungle with Tarzan. So I ended up in college minoring in anthropology and doing a lot of archaeological digs. So my heroine has a lot of that in her. The school, she's a professor. The school where she teaches is a combination of the 2 universities I've gone to. And in that excerpt, you heard right at the beginning a large black creature lumbered past, and it was just a dog. Well, in Richmond, where I'm from, there is the legend of Black Dog. And in the near west end of Richmond, there's this huge black chow who looks like he's been through all kinds of stuff. His fur's a little bit golden right on the edges, but no one's ever been able to catch him. No one knows where he lives, where he eats, but there's this whole following of Black Dog. There's even a group called Friends of Black Dog, and they have shirts, and they're worried that someday something will happen to him. But he always seems to show up when there's trouble, or right after something good happens, he'll show up. So I kind of included him in my book, and he shows up for Charlie when things happen to her.
Really? Have you ever seen Black Dog?
I have not seen him in person. I've seen video footage. I've talked to the reporters who've seen him. I've got pictures of him up on, in the room where I write. But no, I haven't met Black Dog, unfortunately.